Hey guys, and welcome to Achieve with Carolina Live. I'm Carolina Romaniuk, Child and Family Sleep Specialist, founder of Achieve with Carolina, and co-founder of Your Child Sleep Manual. So I know I'm like a couple of minutes late, but today I wanted to continue with our preschool sleep series. So while we're kind of waiting for a couple more people to sign on, we're going to be talking about how to get back on track from your summer sleep slack. I hope I don't get that twisted because it's a lot of words. So while we're kind of waiting for a little while, let me just kind of set up over here. If you guys have any questions about your little one's sleep right now, before we kind of get into it, feel free to type in the comments below. If you know of anyone also that is that their children are going to be going into school coming up, in New York it's going to be next week. Most schools are opening up on September 7th here. Hey Kim, thanks. So there's a lot that we kind of want to really put together before our kids are going to sleep. So I know we talked about potty training before, and you know, we got that kind of handled on that part. Also next week what we're going to be doing is I have an awesome guest that is going to be joining my friend Sandra. She is an essential oils advocate and she is huge on it too. So she's really going to be helping us to learn a little bit more about essential oils and you know, how to use them for sleep, how to use them for stress, and also immune boosting. It's super important for that, especially with us coming out of summer already. I can't believe how fast that time flew by with us coming out of summer, going into fall, that we really want to start boosting not only our immune systems, but also for our little ones, especially since they're going to be going back to school or even daycare. So, you know, to continue on with that, I also wanted to really talk about today what's actually going on right now in Texas, and if any of you know of any organizations or any companies that are accepting donations, please type them in here. I want to know about them as well. There are a couple that I have, you know, found. One of them is Bethany Frankel's Be Strong. I know that if you are a business owner and you do a lot of interaction through PayPal, once you log on to PayPal right now, they have a donation button there too, if you would like to donate anything there. I know that there's Baby Guy from New York. He's accepting any type of baby products. If you know of anyone that is in the baby care industry, he's accepting products as well to send out shipments. I think he's going to be doing that on September 5th. So if you do have any products or anything like that that you would like to send to families in need over there, he's I did see a post on his thread that he is accepting them. Baby Guy NY on that part. And there are a couple of organizations also in the city right now. I know some moms are putting together some groups. If you have any diapers, any bottles, or anything like that. Hey Marina, thanks for joining. Anything that you can give and to help other families that are going through this horrendous time right now in Texas, and anything that we can do to help them as well, that's really important. So if there are any organizations that you guys know that you have donated to, please type them in the comments below so I can share this video as well, and we can get more families up on their feet from this devastating time that is currently happening right now. Hey Rachel, so to continue on tonight, we're going to be talking about how to get back on track from summer sleep slack. So since we have a couple of awesome new viewers tonight, if you have any questions, feel free to type them in, and I'm going to be able to answer them right after I do my whole little piece on how to get back on track from summer sleep slack. So this is really more targeted towards preschoolers, kids that are going into kindergarten, maybe even like first grade, maybe even second grade. It depends on how well your little one is sleeping right now. Hey Stu, thanks for joining. So with kids that are entering into elementary school, into grammar school, they're kind of used to, at this point right now, really sleeping in. That's with the hat with the Z's going on. So what we really want to do is, especially with the summer, with them sleeping in late in the morning, maybe going to sleep really late at night, that when school starts, they're really going to have a set time and when they have to wake up for the day, right? You can't wake them up around 8 o'clock if that is the usual time that they do wake up for the day. So what you want to do is, since we have approximately like a week before school is actually starting, is you want to put together a calendar for yourself. And you want to start working on the sleep process and kind of moving it backwards, so to speak. Hey, Ala. So what I mean by that is, for an example, let's say your little one goes to sleep at 8, right? And your goal is to be, let's say, 7:30. So a half-hour difference is not that much, but for little ones that are between the ages of 4 and 5, that can be a big difference for them. So what you could start doing is you would put yourself together a calendar, and you would have 5 thanks, Ala. You will have 5 minutes that you're going to start backtracking. So what that means is, let's say tonight you'll do 7:55 as opposed to an 8 o'clock bedtime, right? Then tomorrow or the day after, you can kind of see how your little one is reacting towards it. Then you would do 7:50, and then you would do 7:45, and then you would do 7:40, and kind of keep working your way up to the point of your goal bedtime, and just keep moving it. Some kids can work really nicely right away. Sometimes you might have to work a little slower, so just kind of go at their pace. But having a week in advance is pretty good. I don't really think that most parents have that much of a drastic difference in their time. It's usually like at least like an hour later that kids kind of start falling asleep during the summer. Not like usually 2 hours or anything like that. But if that is currently what's going on, then I would, instead of 5 minutes, I would bump it up to maybe like 10 or 15 and do that a little earlier. But at least if you have a layout plan for yourself and you write everything down on a sheet of paper, so you're like, day 1, this is what time that they have to go to sleep. Day 2, this is what time they have to go to sleep. And then by the end of the week, you'll have your goal set, so you'll already know mentally, oh, okay, I have a week, I have 7 days, this is what I'm gonna do, this is how I'm going to achieve my goals on that. Hey, Luba. So that's really how you would kind of go about helping your little one get back on an earlier bedtime from kind of delving into a later one during the summer, which we all kind of slack off during that time. It's summer. It's nice. So on that part with that address, then what you would also want to do is start to create maybe a new routine for them. If they're so super duper excited right before bedtime, maybe you might want to do something a little different, mellow it out. Maybe you can ask them what they would like to incorporate in their bedtime routine. Hey, Yana, with the new year starting, you might be able to add something new. Maybe add a new book, like going back to school or going to school for the first time, especially for preschoolers. They have so many books that are out there right now that you can start reading to them and prepping them on that. It's fun. You can also maybe give them a tour of the school, kind of, calm them down or excite them a little. It all depends on how your little one is reacting towards it. And, just keep it nice and positive. So it is a change, and with kids, they don't really like change, most of them, that much. So what you really want to do is kind of give them a little pep talk prior, and just prep them for all of the new, beautiful, and exciting things that are going to happen. Tell them about all the new things that they're going to learn, and how they're going to have all these new activities, friends, the teacher is going to be awesome, and just making sure that they're getting a really good night's sleep. That's really, really important, because with a proper sleep foundation, hey Maria, thank you for joining on. With the proper sleep foundation with your little ones going back to school, it's really setting them up for success, to making sure that they can focus with their learning, and that they will be able to, you know, sit still for a certain period of time so then they can focus, and also understanding that they can comprehend everything and that their development is really going on track beautifully. So sleep is really, really an important factor, and it's not too late to start now, even though in certain areas school has started. I know in Cali, I think it's been like 2 weeks or so that school has been going on, but in New York, we're starting next week. Some schools that are private, they probably have started this week, but public schools are more or less starting next week. So you guys still have more than enough time on that. That's really it that I have for you guys tonight. Are there any questions? Let me know. I know some of you commented on my hat. It's an app. So are there any questions, guys? Okay, so I see that there's nothing right now. If you do come up with something later on, make sure that you can type it in the comments below. And also, if you haven't had the opportunity to sign on to my sleep series, make sure to do that. I posted the link up on top. I have 2 different types of series. One is for infants, one is for, thanks Susanna, the second one is for toddlers. And at the end of the video series of the 4th day, of 4 days, you're going to get something really special from me at the end, and then you're only going to be able to find that out once you watch all of the videos and you go through the whole process of it. So also, last piece, a reminder is for next week on Wednesday, we're gonna have a special guest on here. We're gonna be doing a 2-way, so it's gonna be me and my friend Sandra, who is an awesome person, and she loves using essential oils. So I know I had that question brought up a while ago, and I was trying to find someone that can really help us out in explaining a little bit more in details of essential oils. So I thought that this would be the perfect time. Hey Simon, the perfect time to talk about it, since we're going back to school. Summer is finishing, people are getting colds now. You really want to start boosting up your immune system, and you can do that beautifully by using essential oils. You don't necessarily have to digest them, it's just you can use them topically as well. So she's going to be able to teach us about sleep, using essential oils for sleep, for stress, and also for immune boosting. That goes for adults, and it also goes for kids as well, because there are 2 different types of formulas that you would want to go by. And again, if you guys have any questions later on, feel free just to type them in on the comments below, and then I'll be able to respond to you. Okay? Sweet dreams. I'll see you next week. Bye.